Nikki Van de Car, and this is my new book, What to Knit the Toddler Years. It's a collection of 30 knitting patterns, ranging in size from 12 months up to 4 years old, and they're all fairly simple. Many of the patterns call for circular knitting, but not to worry, it's super easy, and once you get used to it, you'll never want to seam anything ever again. Let's start with your basic circular needle. I've cast on my stitches just like I would with a straight needle, and now I'm going to join to start working in the round. You slide the stitches that are farthest from your working yarn up to the tip of the needle, and take a look at your stitches to make sure they aren't twisting around at all. Once that's all set, place a stitch marker to mark the beginning of the round, and then simply insert your right needle into that first stitch. A little tight here, hang on. And knit that stitch. And that's it. You just knit round and round and round. Things get a tiny bit more complicated when you need to work something with a smaller circumference, like a sleeve. I'm going to show you two ways to handle that. The first involves using double-pointed needles. This can seem a little intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not a big deal at all. I've cast all my stitches onto this one double-pointed needle. It's called a DPN for short. I'm just going to divide the stitches evenly around these other 3 needles. You want to leave one needle free. So I'm going to put 6 stitches on this one, 6 stitches on this one, and you can see that I don't need to worry too much about the stitches falling off. They pretty much just stay on without any trouble. And 6 stitches on the last one. Okay, and once that's done, take the needle with the first stitch you cast on, so all the way over here, and hold it in your left hand. Once again, you'll want to look and make sure that none of your stitches are twisted. Just kind of wrangle these together a little bit. Then slide these stitches up to the tip, take your free needle, insert it into that first stitch, and then take your working yarn from the beginning here. And it seems like trying to knit with a spider, but it gets pretty comfortable once you get going. And then you'll just knit across that needle. And then you'll take this new free needle right here, move to the next needle, slide those stitches up to the front, take your yarn and knit from there. And again, you just go round and round and round. The second way to knit a small circumference that I'm going to show you is called magic loop. This is the method that I use most of the time. You take a very long circular needle, this one is at least 30 inches long, and you slide your cast on stitches onto the wire, and then bend the wire at the center of your cast on stitches and pull a loop through. Slide the first half of your stitches onto the left hand needle and leave the other half resting on the wire. Once again, make sure that none of your stitches are twisted, and pull on the right hand needle until you've got enough slack to work with. Insert your needle into that first stitch and knit away. And see, and they just kind of rest on the wire there, creating a tube with these 2 loops dangling at the end. And they don't get in your way nearly as much as double-pointed needles do. And when I reach the end of these stitches, in just a moment, all I'm going to do is slide these stitches. So I pull on the loop until that's up to the tip of the next needle, and then slide these stitches that I've just knit onto the wire. Slide these up onto the needle, and then pull on this until I have enough slack, and knit across again. And you'll carry on like that around and round. And there we are. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you'll check out my book. Here it is again. And if you have any questions, feel free to stop by my blog at whattoknitwhen.com. Thanks for watching.